to me is the real issue here, and it's why fucking these liberal dipshit Democrats are over here fucking rallying around this like this is some big deal, and he's just gonna use this shit against them. They didn't learn a fucking thing from last time, not a goddamn thing. So yeah, Joe Byron. Anyways, since we're going right into to Trump, we might as well get into it. There has been some some musicians talking out against Trump, which is no big surprise, but this is just sort of our excuse to talk about this bullshit. So we'll just read into what some musicians are talking about Donald Trump and what's going on with that, and then we'll kind of go into a little bit of what he's saying, what's going on. So we'll start with the musicians. Here we go. So Jason Isbell, Questlove, and more react to Donald Trump's indictment. The historic event marks the first criminal case against a former U.S. president. And this is from Billboard. Donald Trump was indicted by a Manhattan grand jury on Thursday, March 30th, on charges stemming from 2016 payments to adult film actress Stormy Daniels and former Playboy model Karen McDougal to silence claims of extramarital sexual encounters. Now, Trump is using the excuse that his then pregnant wife, very classy, this Donald Trump character, very classy human being, and enjoy that, Lurgnators. He knocked up his wife and then started having sex with Playboy models and a porn star. So, good on him. Of course, there's nothing against being a porn star or... Sorry, I'm moving my stuff around. There's nothing against porn stars or Playboy models, and there's nothing wrong with people, banging it out. The American dream. Yes, indeed. I know if I get my wife pregnant again, I'm definitely going to be banging porn stars and Playboy models. But what he's saying is that he wanted to pay this people. Damn right. I don't think I have that function, Rita. How do you get that function? I would like that function, honestly. But I say some stupid things, so like I don't know if I want clips of that running around. Anyways, classy Trump is making the claim that he paid off people for their silence to not interrupt his marriage, which is fair. It's a fair argument, but this also happened. This also took place a couple weeks before the election of 2016. There's a couple sites that can enable it. I see. Oh, like Stream Elements. I thought you meant like hooking up with porn stars. Not porn stars. Talking about clips. Now this took place a couple weeks before, not the actual sex, but that happened in like 2005, 2006. No, I don't want to have sex with porn stars. I can't deal with that kind of pressure. Or Playboy models. I don't have that in me. I'm almost 40. I'm going to be 40 in a few days. So like, what am I going to do? Anyways, this took place a couple weeks before this whole situation where he was silencing Stormy Daniels. It took place a couple weeks before the 2016 presidential election, which is kind of familiar. I kind of recall a certain president who had a certain son who smoked a certain illicit substance that had a certain laptop that was completely suppressed by the entire Western media right before the election. Come to find out, there was polls saying that they would have swayed constituents would have been swayed if they would have found out about Hunter Biden's laptop. So, I don't know. How many hands, how many palms did they have to grease to get people to shut the fuck up about that? Anyways, let's not get too far off subject here. The historic event marks the first criminal case against a former U.S. president. The news comes as President Trump is also facing investigations into alleged involvement in 2020 election interference by his supporters and the January 6, 2021 attack on U.S. Capitol, in addition to his handling of classified documents after he was no longer in office. Okay, so funny enough, January 6th, there definitely wasn't any federal agents involved there. What was that guy's name? Ray? What's Ray's last name? Ray Epps? What is it? Ray? Is it Ray Epps? January 6th. Ray Epps. I did it. So Ray Epps. So there definitely was no federal agents there, and they definitely did not confirm or deny. The DOJ definitely did not confirm or deny that they had any federal agents there inciting any sort of riots or storming of the Capitol. So, you know, it was totally cool. No federal agents in sight. What do they call it? Provocateurs? Is that what they call them? Same-o. Good to see you, my friend. You best not put Ray Parker Jr. in the middle of this. No, Ray Parker. Go Bucka. Go Ray Epps. So, yeah. Of course, I don't know if you guys saw that, but I think the head of the FBI, they were questioning, what's up, Samo? Welcome, man. They were questioning I think it was the head of the CIA, no, the FBI, and she was just like, and they were like, was there provocateurs in the crowd? And she was like, we cannot confirm or deny that. So that's a no, right? That's no. Going back to January 6th here. So, you know, Ray Parker Jr. brought me out. And then, of course, we have handling of classified documents. And we definitely didn't find any classified documents just next to Joe Biden's Corvette, right? Just out in the open. There definitely wasn't some classified documents like within months of Trump being raided. There definitely wasn't any documents classified just sitting in President Byron's garage where crackhead Hunter was probably going through them and masturbating on them, I'm sure. Hillary Clinton clearly, and her what was it? Her server. She definitely didn't like wipe her server of any classified information, right? Like, okay. Again, not a fan of Trump, but I'm not a fan of hypocrisy. But that's what politics is hypocrisy. It's lying to our faces and then being like, hey, I didn't lie. They just lie about lying. And it's like, who cares? Mighty, welcome in. Good to see you. Good to see you, my dude. So let's continue on. So this is, thank you. He did not commit any crime. We will vigorously fight this political prosecution in court. Lawyers Susan Nichols and Joseph Tacopina, that's tight. Tacopina. So that would be like a pineapple taco. Tacopina said in a statement, according to the Associated Press. I guess that's what's his name's lawyers. At press time, the New York grand jury's exact charges towards Trump are unknown, which we do know now. There's 34 counts against him. Basically, it seems like it's all the same stuff. He paid off, porn star, a doorman, and the Playboy model. And then they're trying to say that he was trying to disrupt the electoral process, and that he was what was the other shit? It seems like a crime. Rules for thee, not for me. Yes, Naders, I think you are right. In late 2016, amid Trump's presidential campaign, his former lawyer Michael Cohen paid Daniels $130,000 to keep silent about an incident a decade earlier, after they met at a celebrity gold tournament. Earlier that year, Cohen had also arranged for the National Enquirer's publisher to pay McDougal $150,000 to stop her story of a Trump affair. Trump was implicated in court filings as knowing of the arrangements. Trump reacted to the indictment in a statement, calling the situation political persecution and election interference at the highest level in history, as well as a witch hunt led by the radical left Democrats, which I don't disagree with him. And I don't want him to be our president, but this is completely bullshit, and I do believe that this is only going to help him. His polls have gone up, his fundraising has spiked like crazy. Like, people are just, and he made, I think he made mugshot t-shirts. Hold on. Yo, honestly, he thought he was in Goodfellas the way that he was passing money with hand-to-hand buy-off. Yeah, but I don't think that this is uncommon within the political system. And I think that because it's Trump, they're going after him much more harshly than I think they would if this happened to be, Barack Obama, for instance, or even George W. Like, I feel like even George W., they wouldn't go after him like this. It was just, this is purely going against him because it's him. And I don't like him, but let's be fucking, if we're talking about fair shit here, this shit ain't fair. And it's kind of bullshit. And again, I think it's the problem and the danger with this is that we're going to push him over that edge, because a lot of people are very, what is the word? People are very discouraged by our political system right now. And like in 2016, you had a lot of people who were called a basket of deplorables by Hillary Clinton, which meaning like people in the South, people in the Midwest. And we're at a time now where we have inflation, we have, OPEC's cutting oil supplies, the dollar's going to hell. People are very disenchanted with this political system, and I feel like we're just replaying 2014 and 15, where we're just going to go, because the media gets so much money off of clicks and views, off of just putting Trump in the headlines, that we're going to push him back into the fucking White House. And that's not what we need. I don't think this country needs that. I also don't think we need Joe Biden either. I think Joe Biden's doing a really good job at dividing everybody. But how dare you bringing in chocolate Hawaiian savior Barack Obama, the Kenyan Canyon native? That dude bombed more brown people than fucking he even knows what to do with. So, I mean, whatever. He's murdered by his command, murdered brown children. I mean, he's killed way more brown people than Donald Trump has. That might not be true, actually. That might not be true. I don't know. The basket of deplorables that seems elegant supper brand version of name calling. I'm a delinquent. I think I need to get a basket. Yeah, basket of deplorable. It's just to show that the left, and this is the problem I have with the left and liberal fucking thinking, is that they see themselves as superior, and that the people who don't think like them are beneath them somehow. Like, they're very educated and they're fucking, like, spare me your bullshit. Spare me your bullshit. If you vote for Trump, then you ain't black. Yeah, let us not forget that beautiful statement made to Charlemagne the God of all people. Someone said in my comments on TikTok when I was doing a thing, what was it, Charlemagne the simp or something? That shit was hilarious. And I want to see if Hillary really carries hot sauce everywhere. I do too. Let's check that bitch's purse right now. Where's that hot sauce at, Hillary? Where's it at? Where's the hot sauce? Yeah. I don't think that any of these people who are leaders that get elected and get selected into office are anybody that probably has any sort of integrity. They don't have integrity. Barack Obama, I really loved. I voted for him twice. I really thought he was a great diplomat. He was a great leader. He could speak well, but he still gave away our rights. He still fucking was bombing brown people with drones. He was still doing the dirt. He was going to back for the fucking Wall Street. He bailed out all these banks. I mean, come on. He was basically another stooge just like the rest of them, but he did it with a certain elegance that I can appreciate. But African American community let them slide like slides at your kid's favorite park. I believe we get shocked, but we don't roll up and do anything about it. Well, I think the interesting thing about seeing the rise of like a lot of black conservatives is how many actually started really going for Trump. And I mean, TikTok is so full of them. Instagram's full of black conservatives. Like the Hodge twin, is that their name? The Hodge twins? Those guys are hilarious, but but it's funny that there's so many people who've been disenchanted by the Democrats because it's only been, and again, the Republicans all take money. They both take money from these huge corporations and do their bidding because they're just fucking slaves to them. But it's interesting how disenchanted people of color in general, how many Mexican conservatives there are. And here's the thing, religious black, religious Mexican or Latinos, they tend to be conservative anyways, right? They tend to not buy into a lot of liberal idealism. So it's interesting to see the rise of people of color that are coming out of the right even more now than ever. There was more people of color that voted for Trump in 2020 than there was in 2016. I'm working on my tan. The world would be a better place with more of the butts. I agree, Naders. We need more butt sluts out there. Naders, you keep working, buddy. You keep working. I'm rooting for you. So it's just interesting to me. Again, I'm disenchanted with both sides of the aisle here. I don't like any of these pigs. Like, they're all disgusting to me. So I'm not rooting for one side over the other. I almost guarantee I'm going to end up voting third party this presidential election just because I can't bring myself to vote for Joe Biden again. I can't do it again. The dude can barely stand up on his 2 feet. The dude is barely conscious. I'm working on anti-OnlyFans lobbyist propaganda, and I believe I've cracked the Da Vinci Code. Get yours, Samo. So the Democrats have lied. She is stolen in their obsession with trying to get Trump. But now they've done the unthinkable, indicting a completely innocent person in an act of blatant election interference, he wrote, in which completely innocent? I don't know about that. Trump is not completely innocent. He's had some questionable business practices in the past. He's also been, there were some things in his presidency that weren't great. But don't forget the meaning to life is 42. I don't get that. What does that mean? Donald was 45, right? So let's get into some of these tweets by, Hitcher. I see. I've had Gene, Mean Gene, the Mean Machine. The Hitchhiker's Guide. I don't know that, I guess. So Questlove. It's the meaning of life. Listen, I don't have that in me. Are we talking about? No. No, we're getting into the nerdum. I think I've seen that movie once, but I know it's a book, right? Or is it a comic book series? Is it that? I don't know. So Questlove says, He just shares a he shared a post and put ... He's just like, there he goes. And we all know Questlove wants to see this shit going. Start spreading the news. Jason Isbell is happy about this. Listen, if Donald Trump is actually has some real shit, some real dirt, I'm all, hold on, these motherfuckers are just loud as fuck. God damn, just yelling back there, like, come the fuck on. So there's obviously musicians are very happy about this. Most musicians and artists tend to lean towards the left, which is fair, and me too. I tend to lean towards the left. I tend to, I'm pretty liberal to an extent. I tried to watch it. I was just happy that Mos Def had a job outside of rapping. Then I walked out of the theater 5 minutes in. Oh yeah, Mos Def wasn't that. Mos Def is he has some good acting skills, right? Isn't there's like a movie he's in that's decent? Can't remember any. Oh well. John Rich says Trump has been indicted. Game on. New precedent has been set. Thank you, John Rich. I don't know who John Rich is. Bette Midler says indicted. All bold letters. Rob Reiner, this fat fuck. Who cares what Rob Reiner thinks? DL Hughley, Trump just got indicted. Team DL, let's go. Oh, and Layla Hathaway says indicted. So this, of course, this whole article was just to get us into the subject in general. Who really cares what musicians have to say about it? But I think that if there is something for him to be charged with, then he should be charged with. No one's above the law. And I agree with the DA. He made a statement yesterday, no one's above the law. So if this does come to pass where he's found guilty and federally charged, so be it. But it seems like it's not, there's really not a whole lot there. And what's interesting is that we got, oh shit, hold on, where is it? There's Mag. It's sweet. Let's look at it. Oh, her butt's not showing. Where is it? No, it's not that. Where? Oh, god damn it. All right, well, I'll just go here a little bit. So, on CNN, which is like the biggest anti-Trump, tired as fuck, spent too long modeling. That's all right, Gene. I am the law. Anyways, let's see here. So the Trump is CNN's like best, their most money generating subject they could find. So CNN is super happy, and this is what CNN had to say. And I can't remember who John Bolton, who is, John Bolton was the former Trump official. So this dude served under Trump, but has recently, I think he was fired. But he's not a big fan of Trump at all.
And Trump National Security Advisor John Bolton, thank you so much for joining us. Two
This is
quick questions
interesting.
for you. One, big picture, what do you think of the indictment?
Well, speaking as someone who very strongly does not want Donald Trump to get the Republican presidential nomination, I'm extraordinarily distressed by this document. I think this is even weaker than I feared it would be. And I think it's easily subject to being dismissed or a quick acquittal for Trump. Just speaking, going back to the days when I represented Jim Buckley and Gene McCarthy and the constitutional challenge to the underlying federal statute here passed in 1974, I can say there is no basis in the statutory language to say that Trump's behavior forms either a contribution or an expenditure under federal law, the two key definitions at issue here. If it did, it would mean that every single expenditure a candidate made could be taken to have something to do with his campaign. Do I buy a $1 comb to comb my hair or a $10 comb to comb my hair? If you can construe the statute to cover this behavior, then I think it violates the First Amendment, because you're deeply into territory that makes this statute, absolutely, federal statute, too vague for enforcement. And as what I understood the district attorney to say, that he thinks there's a New York election law involved here, all I can say is the Federal Election Campaign Act absolutely preempts any state or local law to the contrary. How could it be otherwise? You've got one law governing corporate finance in a presidential election at the federal level. You're going to have 50 state laws interfering with it. So he's just wrong on the applicability of the New York statute.
A lot to digest there, but one other thing I want to note is that the statement of facts describes Donald Trump inviting David Pecker, the CEO of the National Enquirer parent company, AMI, who helped pay off Karen McDougal.
He's David Pecker. $10 like for trading in Don Lemon for Donald Trump. Oh, how I miss WCW. Yeah, that would be tight. What if Don Lemon came out with an NWO shirt, but it had like a Trump, he came out with Trump 2024 on? Don Lemon, he comes out fucking sporting. It's the biggest betrayal in mainstream media history. I'm starting to get ages over here. I think the minute you hit 75, you should be gone from higher politics. You shouldn't have a lifelong seat making bad decisions. I'm so with that. Like, none of these people are fit. I mean, again, our current president can barely stand on his own 2 feet. He sucks. He can't speak worth a shit. And Donald Trump, what is he? He's like almost 80. He eats cheeseburgers every day. He fucking gives zero fucks. He's probably high on Sudafed. Just, you're fired. And just popping off in the mouth. These old people need to get the fuck out. Listen, I love and respect the older peeps, but at a certain age, you have to just step aside. Like, past 70, you gotta go. If you retired, then why are you trying to rim the whole country? Why are you trying to rim the whole country, baby? The windows of political power should be from 35 all the way to 70. Small windows, night, large scenic views. I'm with that. That makes sense to me. That makes a lot of sense to me. Because we're getting these old-ass bastards in there who are... Like, when they're... Like, that whole TikTok thing, man, that was so embarrassing. They have no idea what any of this shit means. Then, you know, like, anytime they pull anybody from the tech sector, they're just up there like, what is these TikToks? When you do a tic-tac, what are you doing when you tic-tac? It's fucking embarrassing. It's embarrassing. Our country is fucking... And the funny thing is that, Trump made a speech after his indictment and his arraignment, I think that's what it was, and went and did a quick speech, and he's talking about how the world is laughing at us, and I think it's true. I think we are laughed at. We look like we are a neutered country. And I'm not for, like, I don't like these international wars that we like to start. I'm totally against war, which is another thing that was really weird, that all of a sudden the left thinks that war is great. Like, the Ukraine war is like, war! It's like, yeah, shit sucks, but shit sucks here too. We need to take some, we need to take a fucking assessment of what our own shit's going on. Can TikTok access the internet? Yes. No. What did he say? Can TikTok access the Wi-Fi network or something? It's like Senator. I think he gave like a reasonable response. He did sort of dance around some answers, though. The CEO of TikTok. He did dance around some answers, but again, he was talking to a bunch of old assholes who had no idea what they were talking about. The windows of... Yeah, okay, I read that. So, this is what John Bolton dude is saying. He's saying the same shit that I'm saying. Well, I mean, it's not like I understood most of what they were saying, but it's still... it breaks down to these charges are just sort of it's a theater. It's theater, and we're pushing Trump more and more closer to a political martyr, and it's going to get more and more people who are disenfranchised with the political system at this point, and to rally behind him. Where's those shirts? That shit. Ray Epps. Never forget Ray Epps. Where's that shirt at? Trump. Mugshot shirt. Look, Trump campaign. He made his own shirt. He made his own shirt. Get the fuck out of here. He made his own fucking shirt. Look at this. Not guilty. You're fired. He made his own shirt, and he's selling it right now. I bet these are going like hotcakes. China's facial recognition will know every TikTok user, probably, but so will Meta's. He needs everyone to rally behind him, so don't fall back. Him and Joe Byron. Okay, so, you know, I keep reiterating the same point, and there's no sense in that. We can watch a little bit of this if we want, and let me see.
Relentlessly pursuing Republicans, the unconstitutional changes to election laws by not getting approvals from state legislators. Fifth president of the United States who received 75 million votes, which is more than any sitting president in the history of our country.
Joe's just biding his time. Oh, how dare you? How dare you, Gene? How fucking dare you? You come on this fucking chat and you're spreading your fucking filthy jokes around. Oh, fucking dare you.
All over the floor, including classified documents.
Oh, here you go. Here's where he's talking about Joe.
He's even worse than they are. Is only looking at Trump, yet Joe Biden took massive amounts more documents. Even removed many boxes to Chinatown. You believe that?
Why is he gonna say it like that? Chinatown. He's just talking about Chinatown. They found classified documents in Chinatown. I mean, the Bidens did receive like $10 million or something from China. So, and a lot of money from Ukraine and such. Interesting. He moved boxes to Chinatown. Did I say removed?
He's got $10 million from China. Where did that come from?
Oh, yeah, there he
Banking
is.
on Hunter's expertise. And had others stored in unsecured offices in Pennsylvania and strewn all over his garage floor where his now very famous Corvette is also stored. All over the floor, including classified documents. But that's okay. Perhaps most importantly, he has 1,850 boxes in Delaware, which he is, because we're going after his family.
Here's the thing about trying to get numbers from Trump. Like, we all know that he's full of shit. He'll just make shit up for his own benefit constantly. He lies just as much as he lies about as much as Joe Biden does, if not more. So trying to get real figures from Donald Trump is moot.
And we're going after them hard. This is all before entering.
There was a part
That's
where
why last week he delayed for a month and then immediately took that back and threw this ridiculous indictment together. Came out today, everybody said, this is not really an indictment, there's nothing here. My lawyers came to me and they said, there's nothing here, they're not even saying what you did. The criminal is the district attorney because he illegally leaked massive amounts of grand jury information.
here's the other thing as well. They want to say that what Donald Trump did was this big federal felony stuff. But yeah, New York City has seen a crime wave. A crime wave. They've reduced felonies to misdemeanors, and I mean the city is. The last time I was in that city, it was just fucking falling apart. It was basically on fire. So they want to go soft on crime within a city, but then they want to fucking. I mean, it's just more and more obvious that this is literally just trying to get. I don't know what their outcome is. Like, are they trying to dissuade him from running for president? Like, it's not. All we're going to see is him fucking gaining more popularity. Which is... Dude, New York City was fucked up, Gene. The last time I went there, New York City was fucked up. It is fucked. There's way more crime. I mean... Should we look at crime stats for... Citywide crime stats. Let's see. This is right off of their page, the New York City Police Department. I guess we'll look at the PDF. Murder in 2000. Let's see. So in 2022, there was 103. And we're already up to 92 for 2023. So 2022, there was 103 murders. We're already up to 92 in 2023. Are these saying that it's... So this is... Okay, so rape, we had 30. We're already at 30. Wait, is that 30 in a week? I don't know how to read this. How do we read this shit? So last year they had 410 rapes, and then this year they're already up to 375. We're not even halfway through the year. And that 13 year we're up in a 13 year. 30 years though, a 30-year trend, they're down 50%, which is good. But not great. Robberies. Let's see. Last year, robberies, they had 3,912 robberies. This year, they're already up to 3,800 robberies. Already up to 30. You guys can't see this. Sorry. Right here. So they had 3,800 robberies last year, and we're not even halfway through the year, and they already have 3,600. The GPS took me through downtown Atlanta. Never again. Oh yeah, you're still in Georgia, huh? I mean, this is not good. This number's only going up. I mean, this is wild. It's not even halfway through the year. So it's gotten way worse. By the end of the year, where do you think these numbers are going to be? This is fucking crazy. At least double that, right? If they don't figure some shit out. Shooting victims. In 2022, shooting victims, they had 329 in 2022. In 2023, they already have 276 shooting victims. God damn. Hate crimes. I mean, even the hatred is going up. 192 hate crimes last year. They're already up to 110 this year. Fuck, bro. Damn, in 1990, they had 2,200. In 2022, they have 438. So that's not bad. They've gone down. since 1990. So in 23 years, things have gotten better. So at least it's not as bad as the 90s. Hey, crazy that murder has gone down, but coverage has gone up. So it seems worse. Well, okay. But Robbie, and hi Robbie, nice to see you. Thanks for being here. But here's the thing. We got 103 murders as of 2022, and in 2023, it's already up to 92, and it's not even halfway through the year. So that doesn't seem good. That doesn't seem good at all. I don't like those numbers at all, but it's not 2000. No, but what am I missing? This says 2022. Year 103 happened in 2022, and then here's 2023 and 92 already. And we're not even halfway through the year. We're not even to June yet. So I'm just going by these stats from the New York City Police Department. I would go ahead and say that if we're not even halfway through the year and we're at 92 murders, that we're probably going to get a lot more murder. Lots more murder, friends. We had 99 in 2021. They stopped recording homeless deaths, did they? You were just showing, yeah, in the 90s. So right here, in the 90s, but it has gone down. It has gone down a lot, which we should be proud of, right? They should be proud of the fact that in 1990 they had 2,200 murders, and then in 2022 it was 438. So that's good. That's good. But I think murder's always been, but that whole adage, if it bleeds, it leads, isn't that a thing, right? So I feel like murder has always been at the top of the charts. People have always been like, yeah, murder, because if it bleeds, it leads. It looks like all crimes. Yeah, it does. It does. That's a good thing. But it should stay down, right? Shouldn't it stay down? Shouldn't they want those numbers to stay down? And it seems like if we check back, let's say if we check back in November, I feel like rape is going to be way more than 410 because we're already at 375 and we're not even halfway through the year. I'm just saying that New York City is not doing great in the crime department. Compared to the 90s, they're doing fucking fantastic. 23 years ago. If there's nobody, there's no crime in Texas. You're goddamn right, Gene. You're goddamn right. Unless gangster rap explodes all over again, we should be good. Also, due to emo rap, people aren't grabbing the Galecki Glock. Well, there is some theories that gangster rap did contribute to some violence, at least violence in urban communities. In the urban communities. Anyways, it's just interesting. All I'm saying is interesting that they're going so hard on Trump, but yet their city is already about to surpass what their last year crime shit was. So that's what I'm saying. It's interesting they're going hard on him. If Trump did do something wrong, God, please throw him in prison. Get that dude the fuck out of here. Get him out of here. That'd be great. Fuck him. But the hypocrisy of it just makes me fucking ugh. Anyways, we certainly don't need to keep talking about he ain't helping. No. Anyways, let's see. Housing authority looking at stats is kind of fun. All right. Well, fuck this. Let's move on to another topic because I don't want to listen to Trump talk anymore. This is funny though, and I am gonna say that Trump is funny. Trump is funny when he wants to be funny. So this is funny to me. Can you react a song? Fuck no. I'm not reacting to a song. Yeah, he is funny looking too. I agree, but he can be funny. This is funny. This is from his campaign. This is from his campaign. He's like, "What's up?" He's selling his own mugshot T-shirts. That's hilarious. I mean, it's funny. That's funny as fuck. Anyways, let's move on.